do I need these apps? Ask yourself that. It'll change your life. What's up, guys? It's Jasmine, but my subscribers call me Jazz, and spring is right around the corner, so I thought, what better way to kickstart the season than to clean and organize all of my electronic devices. So in today's video, I'm showing you how I clean and organize my phone, my iPad, and my MacBook. So since spring is the season of new beginnings, out with the old and with the new, I thought what better way to start cleaning and reorganizing my phone than to start off with a new phone case. So I'd like to give a special thanks to Kasy Case for partnering with me on today's video. Kasy Case is a new phone case company. They started December of 2020, so they're fairly new, but they have the cutest cases. I don't think I've ever gotten a case from a company that was wrapped in bubble wrap, but then on top of that, the cases have their own individual cases. They come with these really cute aluminum cases that store your case when you're not using it, which I thought was genius because there's nothing more awkward than trying to figure out where to put your cases that you're not using. Like, I usually just have like a junk drawer with a bunch of random cases in it, but with these cases, I can actually neatly store them somewhere instead of just having them all over the place. When you open the cases, you're gonna see a thank you card, and they give their social media information. They sent me 2 cases of my choice. I picked this watermelon themed case, and I really like it because it has I don't even know what it's called, but you know how you turn it upside down and it flows? I really like those cases. I don't know if it's because I just have a short attention span, but I thought it was really cute. But that's not even the best part about that case. The best part is that it glows in the dark. Yes, all you have to do is like have it out in like the sunlight, or you can hold it up to like a lamp or something, and then when you're in a dark room, you'll see all of the sand start to glow in the dark. The next case I got was a donut themed case, which I thought was so freaking cute. It's kind of like a collage of like receipts and like ticket stubs. Like, I've never seen anything like this, which is why it grabbed my eye. Both of these cases have a really slim fit, so it's not super bulky. The edges of the cases do come around the phone screen. It's not as thick as a protective case, but it does offer some form of protection because the edges of the case come past the phone screen, if that makes sense. Kasy Case has a range of different phone sizes that you can choose from when you order your case for your phone. I will have the link in my description box. I hope you like it. I hope you check it out. And without further ado, let's get to how I organized and decluttered my phone. Okay, so the first thing I do every time I decide to organize or reorganize or declutter my phone is I'll find a new wallpaper on Pinterest. That's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to show you me doing that, but I am going to show you how I got my phone screen to look like this, where I only have icons in the lower right corner of my phone. What I like to do is I like to go to a website called imovie.tooliphone.net, and what you're gonna do is you are going to scroll down to where it says upload a photo. And so what you have to do is you have to take a screenshot of the wallpaper. So make sure you set your wallpaper as your background, and then I think with iOS 14 you can have a plain wallpaper. You don't have to have anything on your screen. So take a screenshot of your plain wallpaper and then upload it to iMovie, and then it's going to render your phone screen for you and create icons. So after you've uploaded your picture, you scroll down and you're going to be able to see your wallpaper with like where all of your icons are. So what you do is you tap on the icon that you want to put on your home screen, and then you scroll down and you hit add icon. It's going to take you to another page, and then you're going to hit that little square with like an arrow pointing up at the bottom of the screen. You're going to select the option that says add to home screen, And so what that does, it basically creates a bookmark that looks like your wallpaper. And so I do this for every single icon. Yes, it's time consuming. Yes, there's a quicker way to do this. They have apps that like use widgets instead, but I like this because you can be more precise. So once I add all of the icons to my home screen, I move them around. It's kind of like a puzzle, which I like because I don't know, it's a puzzle. Who doesn't like puzzles? Anyways, so after I organize all of the icons so that my background looks plain, I create folders with the apps that I use the most. So I have 4 folders and I move them over to the screen with the other icons, and I put them in the bottom right corner. The 4 folders I have are priorities, tools, health, and emails. And that's just because those are the things that I use the most. I try not to have my home screen be too busy so that I'm not on my phone all day. And then on the widgets page, I never really customized it before, so I decided to customize it this time around. So I like to add my calendar, the weather, my battery life, my fitness, and the Bible scripture of the day. That way I can still have widgets, but they're not on my home screen. So yeah, that's what my home screen looks like, and that's how I do it. Here's a more in-depth video that you can watch for a tutorial. This is not this entire video. Let me say this right now. If you're still made it this far, first of all, thank you. But this video is not a tutorial, but if you want a tutorial, ask me and I'll make one for you. Okay. Okay, next I'm gonna show you my iPad. I, of course, changed my wallpaper. I got this wallpaper from Pinterest. I will link a couple of my Pinterest boards below if you want to look through them. And then what I did was I went through my iPad and I sat down and I was like, okay, let me figure out which apps I absolutely do need and which apps I really don't use, because my screen time, guys, is so bad. It was just so bad that I had to really make sure I decluttered my iPad and my iPhone to make sure I'm only keeping apps that I absolutely need to use so that I'm not spending all day on my iPad. But yeah, I keep my iPad screen very minimal. So my first page is like school, Bible, just the things that I need to be on every day. And then the second page is just like all the rest of everything that I didn't want to get rid of. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is my MacBook. So the first step when I start cleaning my MacBook is to clean my desktop. So I delete things, I sort them, I put them in their proper folders. What you see now is me putting stuff on my hard drive so that I can delete it from my computer. That way it's not taking space on my MacBook. And doing this alone makes everything look so much better. Like, look at the difference. The next thing I do is I customize my wallpaper. Once again, I got this wallpaper from Pinterest. I'm using the same wallpaper on all my devices this time, but to make the wallpaper fit my computer screen, I used Keynote. So I made my slide size 2550 or 2560 by 1440. And then I go over to where it says document and you can change the background to image fill. And then I click to choose and I'm inserting my background. And then you don't have to do this part, but I'm making a personal touch to this wallpaper by adding a different graphic. Shout out to Arena Baz. She's the one who drew this picture. I found it on Pinterest. Yeah, and then Keynote has this cool feature where you can click on image and then go to instant alpha, and then when you drag and click on a solid color, Keynote gets rid of that color, so it creates a transparent background. So that's what I did, and then I organized it by just moving it around, adding some shadows, and that's really all there is to it. So when I'm finished with that, I go to File, Export to, and then Images, and then click Next, and then of course save it to your desktop. Something to pay attention to, Keynote will save your images in a folder, so look for a folder, not the actual image. And then when you open the folder, right click on the picture and hit set as desktop picture or whatever it says. Step 3 is my favorite because I get to customize my icons. And so I of course go to, you guessed it, I go to Pinterest and I look up Instagram cover icons because they're small enough to create folder icons with, and I save the ones I like, and then of course I go back to Keynote, and this time I'm making the slide size 1080 by 1080, and then under document, make your background no fill. No fill means that it's going to be transparent. And then you can choose whatever shape you want. You don't even have to make a shape. You can just put the icon and that can be your folder, but I'm making my folders circular shapes. So I'm adding my circle and I'm making it white because that's the color I chose, because I want to do kind of like a line art type theme. And then I'm adding a border. Once again, this is not a tutorial. I'm giving you brief tips and tricks on how to do it as I edit this video, but it's not a tutorial. But if you do want a tutorial, let me know in the comments and I will make a more in-depth and a slower video on how you can do this. It's really about just playing around and having fun. You'd be surprised how much stuff you can do with Keynote. So yeah, I'm adding a shadow to my icon, and then I'm changing the color back to no fill, that way the background is transparent. And now I'm adding my icons that I saved from Pinterest. I recommend, if you're gonna do what I'm doing, find an icon that has a solid background. That way you can do the instant alpha trick I showed you, where you make the background transparent. So then I'm just sizing the icons. I mean, you can see what I'm doing. To make the next icon, instead of doing the whole thing all over again, just right click on the slide and duplicate it, and then just delete the icon and put the new icon. So much easier, so much quicker. This made the process go by way faster. So like after the first icon, you should be okay. So when I'm finished with all my icons, what I do is I go to File, and then I go to Export to, and this part is different. You click Images, but then you make sure it's a PNG file, and you make sure it's checked to export with transparent backgrounds. That way, instead of looking like a black square with a circle in it, it'll just look like a circle. So save it, and it'll be a folder, of course, like I said. Double click on the icon of choice, and it's gonna open up the icon in preview. You're gonna hit Command A to select the icon, and then Command C to copy it. And then in the folder you want to change, right click and hit Get Info, and then click the small icon and then hit Command V, and you have changed your folder icon. So this is what my computer looked like before, and this is what my computer looks like after. I only did my document folders and my desktop folders because I have folders within my folders, and it would take forever if I would have done this for every single folder. I tend to do stuff like this. It's a little secret. It's my destructive habit. I tend to do stuff like this, like over organize everything when I'm procrastinating. Like if I have work to do, I'll go in or I'll organize my phone. I'll organize my laptop. I'll do everything except my homework or my schoolwork or whatever I'm supposed to do. So yeah, that concludes how I clean up my phone, my iPad, and my MacBook for, you know, spring cleaning. But yeah, all jokes aside, I hope this video inspired you to reorganize your phone, your electronics, and get a new vibe going for the springtime. I didn't even go into how I got rid of my pictures. I have a different video from 2019, I think, where I show how I get rid of my video or my pictures to like decrease how much stuff is in your camera roll. Yeah, click on that video if you are interested in getting rid of that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and thank you to Kasy Case for partnering with me in this video. Once again, the link to Kasy Case's website will be down below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video.